A separate fund for the preservation of tropical forest has been launched at the high level event on the sidelines of COP30 climate summit in Belém, Brazil. The fund is known as TFFF, that is Tropical Forest Forever Facility. It aims to raise $125 billion investment, and the returns of those investment will be used to conserve these forests in the 74 developing countries with high density of tropical forest. It is a kind of permanent self-financing vehicle through which net returns will be awarded to these 74 developing countries. The fund will look to raise $25 billion from the wealthy governments and philanthropists, and additional $100 billion in private investment. Then it will be invested in a mixed portfolio of the developing countries, for example, the public and corporate market bonds. And the annual returns will be used to reward to the tropical forest nations for conserving their forest. The payment will be based on a monitoring satellite remote sensing based monitoring of the forest canopy, which cover annually in a low cost and transparent manner. The need for this TFFF was because the tropical forests are considered to be the lungs of the earth, and in the last 2 decades have been cleared for various purposes, and thus economically dead forests are seen more valuable than the standing ones, because the benefits of standing ones, such as temperature reduction and wildlife habitat, are taken for granted, and those cleared forests make way for farmland and is often financially incentivized. So, to tackle this issue, the T3F has been launched. The idea is to pay for the conservation of world's major tropical forest, which acts as a major storage site of carbon, and help in the reduction of increase in the global temperature, an agreed goal under the Paris Agreement. But there are major concerns which have been raised against these T3F. For example, that they are vulnerable to the volatility of the financial markets of the developing countries. We have seen several market crash. For example, COVID-19 pandemic, 2008-9 financial crisis, which might preclude the T3F from making its payments. Another concern is that because this T3F is beyond the framework of UNFCCC, thus it becomes a different mechanism for the developed countries to avoid any legal obligation of paying their fair share of nature finance, as agreed under the Paris Agreement in the UNFCCC framework. This T3F is not subject to same responsibilities that govern the UN climate negotiations, where the onus falls on developed countries.